How's it going, everybody? Goldhat here, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be entry 19 on my Assassin's Creed Valhalla walkthrough guide, and in this entry we are going to be starting Sciropescire. So picking up where we left off, we have now completed the London arc, and we have gone back to Ravensthorpe and handed that back into Ranvi. Now we are ready to go back to Ranvi and go to the arc map, and that way we can start Sciropescire.
Good day, Eivor. Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces.
I want to see the Alliance map. So Ceolbert has traveled to Sciropescire.
He has, into a difficult situation. The Shire has been mired in a long war with Rhodri, King of the Britons. Ceolbert hopes to negotiate a peace with the Britons of the West. A difficult task for one so green.
I hope your tutelage has prepared him well.
Indeed. But I think it best if you supervise these talks. If Ceolbert can make this work, we will gain a valuable alliance.
I'll make my way to Sciropescire.
I am relieved. He and Ivar should be in Quatford just now. You will find it along the Hafun River.
If Ivar is with him, I'll certainly be needed.
Now that we have started the Sciropescire arc, we are ready to start our war-weary mission, and our first objective is to get to Ceolbert, and we are going to go ahead and do that now. The location will be on the top left of the map. I'm going to go ahead and travel there real quick. I am going to be getting all the treasure locations in the next few missions in this entry. So once we get there, by the longhouse, it seems like it's right under it, there is an equipment chest, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the location now. That way we can go get that before we get our dialogue. So once we get to the back end of the longhouse, we'll notice that equipment chest is right below us. What we have to do to get that is just come over here to the right. We can drop all the way down, and there's a breakable wall, and it's almost like a cave. We can go into that cave and we will find our equipment chest.
Sunan, guide me. Now that we slip through this wall and come into this room, we will now have a chest, and in this chest we will have a new cloak. So after grabbing everything there is in this area, we are ready to head back up top. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out so we don't have to watch all that travel. Once we get back to the longhouse, there is a chest up top. I'm going to go show you that real quick. Once we get that, we are going to do our dialogue, and I will pick up right afterwards.
Smells good, that.
There you go, young man.
Curse this war. Say your thanks, Berwick.
Thank you, ma'am.
Come on, boy. Not half bad, boy. But be fierce, dirty, strike at my balls.
Ivar, are you training the boy or tormenting him?
One will lead to the other in time.
Eivor, well met. You received my message, and just in time. Our negotiations with the Britons have not yet begun.
I'll be at your side when they do. Is there anything I should know first?
The venerable King Rodri is here. I'm to deal with him directly.
Rodri is desperate for peace, ever since we captured his sniveling brother Goriad. Sounds like a man coughing up snot. Goriad ap Mervin.
Rodri waits at the church nearby.
Who speaks for Sciropescire in these talks?
The last Elderman was killed in battle. Bishop Deolav is standing in.
Until we get this wet whelp installed. That is his father's wish.
I find the idea of leading a shire on my own quite terrifying.
It's a grave thing to be Elderman in a time of war, Ceolbert.
He will piss his pants, first thing, that's for certain.
As future Elderman, you should speak in the talks as well, but with humility. Rodri is a king, and will expect to be treated as one.
Rodri will want us to get down on our knees and sniff the rosy wind blowing from his ass. I know the man.
You met him.
Met him, fought him. He gave me this nick here. Maybe I can give him one back. Remind him some call me King Killer.
It may be you should stay behind, Ivar. That's not a recipe for a good parley.
I'd like you both to be there. To guide me, to judge my fitness.
Give us your word, then. Your blade stays in its sheath.
Eivor, don't make me laugh. We both know what my word is worth. But sure, I will let you do the talking. Probably.
Excellent. Now, to the church, I think. Our guests await. It's not far, just across the village. We've been at war with the Britons for coming on 2 years.
The Britons had the best. Till me and my berserkers plowed through their ranks and chased Rodri's brother into a ditch.
That's why Rodri's talking peace now. It's thanks to Ivar.
I am going to enjoy seeing him squeal, the old oak. Not nearly as much as taking him down, though. That would seal my legacy.
Your legacy?
As King Killer. They do not all get away like Borgred did, Wolf-Kissed.
Keep the peace, Ivar.
What has become of your preening brother?
My brother. We parted. This road is unsure.
You are better off leaving that sauntering Pole in your wake.
Our Bishop Deolav and King Rodri are ensconced in the church ahead.
These houses of Christ, they're all so hard and cold.
Yet within his walls, the Christian God unites King Rodri, Bishop Deolav, and myself. On his ground, peace will be made.
Britain cow!
Captain Anil, explain to the good bishop our position.
Yes, my sovereign. Bishop Deolav. We are deaf to offers of peace until Guriad is returned to us.
The king's brother
The king's brother is a moldering sack of cow dung.
You! I know your face, your stench. Ivar, the one they call Boneless. Did I not gift you that scar myself?
Ah, you did. And I mean to gift you a gash, you reeking piss pot in your fat fucking skull.
Hold! Both of you. My lord, this is Ceolbert, the future Elderman of this shire and the son of King Ceolwulf of Mercia.
This green stripling? Elderman? You can piss without help, boy.
Now, calm everyone. Good faith is all I ask.
You know my demands. Until my brother Gwriad walks free, peace between us is impossible.
He is lucky he can walk at all. Fell on his own blade, fleeing from us.
I will soon help you fall on yours.
Husband, keep your head. It is in our interest to find a way to peace, all of us.
First, my brother.
First, your head on a pike. Then the runt goes free.
Husband, no!
Enough! This is a house of God. Let us take some few minutes to gather ourselves, shall we? Eivor, to me, I do not know you well, but Ceolbert believes you a steady head. We need such a one.
It may be too late. I see the crows of war gathering.
I have a hefty sum of silver. Speak to the people here. If the silver will help one bring us toward peace, offer it to them.
So right after that cutscene, we need to decide who gets the silver. Now, no matter what you do, the outcome is going to be the same. Ivar is going to start a fight and there's nothing we can do about it, but there is a way to keep the silver for ourselves, and that's what we want to do. So to go over all these options with you real quick, Ceolbert will not take the silver. He just has a little bit of dialogue on what's going on in here. The king will not take the silver. He cannot be persuaded. The king's general will take the silver and say that he will help the king and make the peace, but that fight will still break out and you will not be able to get the silver. The queen will take the silver and do the same thing. The fight will break out, but in this way, she will give you a token of good faith, which you can sell for a little bit of silver, but it's not worth it because the fight will still break out. If you give it to the brother, he will take the silver and then he will die just like in all the other scenarios. Once he dies, you can loot his body and you can get the silver. But in my opinion, the best thing to do here is to just talk to somebody first, decline them the silver, go back to the priest, and tell him that you've already given it to somebody, because there is a lying choice here. Now, and that way you can get all the silver for yourself. But to touch up on the priest real quick, if you choose to keep the silver like I'm going to do, and we go and lie to the priest, which when she has her dialogue, it doesn't even seem like she's lying, but if you choose to do that, there will not be any permanent changes in the game. There's not going to be anything that changes down the line, so you are okay to do this and it won't affect anything. So overall, all these choices don't really matter. It's just up to you what you want to see happen in the dialogue and what you want to happen with the silver.
Talk. I'm waiting.
Eivor, my friend,
I asked around as you suggested.
have you come to a decision? To whom have you given this silver?
Your silver's in the hands of one who wants it most. Now pray to your god, it does some good.
Rodri, I see you mocking me. I challenge you. Single
Ivar,
combat
no.
now.
Boneless Ivar. Spineless, toothless, gutless. You cannot kill me. A dragon will be my death, as my seers have foretold.
And your brother. Does your destiny guard him?
Gwriad!
By God Almighty, I'll...
Get him to safety. Go, quickly.
Kill the boneless one! Paint this chapel with his blood!
Just give up already.
What have you done?
Maro! Hold up a fight! Calamity! Too easy! Ah, now that is Vikinger diplomacy! Show the fuckers who the real warriors are.
Eva, you have scuppered the peace.
Do not be fooled by peace, boy. It is just an empty voice between axe blows.
Dear Lord, this is a massacre.
We have no choice now but to fight our way out of this.
Ah, a good test for you, boy.
Lord, forgive us.
Stay close, Jailbert. You watch my back, and I will pull the knives from yours.
Dear Lord.
Stay here, where it's safest, Bishop.
Help me with this fucking door!
So now that we've had that little fight in here, we are going to bust through this door and we are going to have a battle outside. But first, there is some food in here, and if we shoot down this ladder and climb up there, we will find a chest. So up next, we are ready to go outside and have that battle. I'm going to go ahead and leave all that gameplay in here, and right after, I will talk to you then.
Just give up already.
There are more at the river! Got them!
Kill the Dane!
Fight smart. You struggling? Fight!
Josh, here, better.
Weak leg!
For the daddy point.
Spill your brains!
I swear it! Good God, what carnage! We must let Bishop Deolav know that the battle is done.
Hey, Thanos!
You murdered Rodri's brother, you beast! Our one chance at peace is lost.
Peace with Rodri is as likely as you dying a virgin, Bishop. It won't happen. He is too canny, too vile.
You nearly got Childbert killed, you boneless flap of leather.
Ah, the diplomat speaks what she really feels.
Fail us again, son of Ragnar, and I'll send you back to Repton without your limbs. What's done is done. We must plan our next moves before the Britons regroup.
They will retreat to their great castle for certain. It's well nigh impregnable.
Then we starve them out. Attack their supplies. Watch them beg for death.
Dear God. More death, more war, endless refugees.
This is our only way forward, dear love. You know the territory best. How can we hurt them?
Well, for food and supplies, they stockpile cargo at Wenlocan outpost, down south of Quatford. Rodri has another secret supply line. Ask among the refugees near the river, those who have fled from occupied villages.
Rodri's Britons will strike back long before we can.
Indeed. They will send Aenir and his soldiers. They train in Wesbury, west of the ruined tower.
You do not need me to hold your hand, Eivor. I will head to Wesbury, scout around.
I know your method of scouting. It always leads to swordplay.
I am as regular as Tidewater.
I shall go with you, if only to get an honest accounting of our situation.
I'll meet you both at Westbury then, once I've done some damage. Until then.
One last thing. We'll need a field before our battle's done. Try to free any captives you find. They'll swell our ranks.
So after that battle and going back to talk to the priest, we have now completed War Weary, and now we have gotten 2 more missions, and that is going to be Ransacking and the Supply Line. So what we want to do is start the Supply Line first, and then we are going to go back to Ransacking. We're going to go talk to the refugees, and after we do that, we're going to get the location of that mine. Once we do that, we're just going to flip it back over to the other mission, and we are ready to go complete that.
In the mist of winter, it's your mate soon the way and this.
Friend or foe?
Friends. Peace. I was told you might know where the Britons bring in their supplies.
Are we your friends, Dane?
I would have it so.
After years of blood and gore, looting and burning, forgive us if we don't trust a Dane.
In Rodri, we share a common enemy. My only wish is to destroy his supply line and bring him to the table begging for a truce. Once we have peace, you and your kin will no longer walk this land in wretchedness.
What you say is good sense. Very well, Dane. Here's what I know.
The Britons move their goods through Dustin Quarry. See that tower to the south? That's the Hillgate remnants. Further on, you'll find the stone quarry.
Thank you.
Now we have the location for the Hillgate mines, and we are going to leave that be just for the moment. We're going to go back to our quest and flip it over back to ransacking. Once we do that, we are going to start a raid right in that location I just showed you. Once we get there, we will start a raid. We will clear out that quick area, and that way we are right next to ransacking, and we are ready to go get our loot. So real quick, here is a better location on the map right here for you. Once we get there, we're just going to start our raid. There is going to be 2 chests in here that are going to be for supplies. We're going to clear everybody out first, grab that supplies, and I will talk to you right after.
Come, help me with this! Give me a hand over here!
Hey, give me a hand here!
We're done! Let's get back to the ship!
Now that we have completed the raid, I do want to point out that this raid was meant to be for us because it is going to help in this ransacking mission. I do want to point out another thing. There is a chest in this house real quick. I'm going to go grab that. But clearing out this area will make ransacking a lot easier. Now we can just go up the back of the hill and we can do a flank on that area. That way we can get all the archers done and then move on to the supplies that we need to destroy.
Show me what lies ahead.
So here is the location on the map, and we are just going to head up there real quick. We want to come up the side of this area. There is a forest that we're going to be going through. There is a pack of wolves, and there are going to be men on patrol, which we do not want to alert them, because if we do and they get to us, they will be alerted at our mission site, and we want to do some stealth kills in there. So what we want to do is just run through this forest. Now, there are some guys that are going to be on horseback, and there is a guy that's just sitting there. For some reason on this gameplay, they didn't pop up, but usually they are there, just an FYI.
Wenlocan outpost.
So I'm going to go ahead and slip through this fence right here. I'm going to start taking everybody out. Right after, I'm going to cover all the chests. So I will talk to you right after that. So I'm going to run around here and get all the stolen cargo, and I'm going to be picking up all the chests and getting to those locations. There is a equipment chest that we are going to be picking up as well, so I will talk to you right after. So I'm going to do a complete fail on getting that chest up in the tree, but as soon as I get everything else, I'll come back and show you how to get up there to get that chest right across from us right here. So once we jump down, there are going to be 2 sets of stolen cargo in here, along with some prisoners that we want to release. They are going to help us in the upcoming missions, so we're just going to go ahead and release them, and we will see them later.
Men for Deolav's feared. More valuable than cargo.
I gave you freedom. Now give the Shire your pike.
I will.
So once we come out here to the right, we are going to have 2 more things of stolen cargo. We're going to go ahead and pick them up real quick. We will also have our equipment chest behind that rock, which I'm going to get right after. Right after popping that chest, we are going to get a new helmet, and we are ready to get the rest of the treasure in this area.
That's done. Now to track down their supply line. We'll drag Rodri back to the peace table soon enough.
And for our last chest, we just have to climb up these rocks and jump on the trees, and we're just going to make our way around these trees, and that way we can jump up onto this little fort platform and we will have our chest. Now we are ready to start the supply chain. I'm going to go ahead and get this synchronizing spot because this will help a ton. If you go and get that synchronizing spot, it will show you the area for that quarry. We're just going to do that real quick. Once we do, now you can see that spot on the map. And where my indicator is down here in blue is where the quarry is. Once you get up there, I like to start from the top, start from the right side, work my way to the left. Then once I go down a level, I will go left to right. And that way we can get as many stealth kills as I can. Right after we do that, I'm going to cover all the chest locations and we are ready to move on.
Brant was meet erat Sarahil. Get us swaying here.
Amlati. Brif.
Dyma! Parheg!
Hedidan! Plentyn ydi. Ni'n cael, dim ond un. Wedi cael ei bwyd. Dos i'n ei ffer!
Angen trigiad arall ar glwyf.
Hwyl! Mai!
Ti'n farw!
Dala ti, gweis!
Maru! Maru!
So when we get all the way inside, and that is going to be on the right at the bottom, we are going to start the chest. There are going to be a set of prisoners that we can get. It will be right here. We're just going to kill this guard, get those prisoners, and in the right over here in the indent, we will have another chest.
Free me!
These men will fight for us.
So we can go ahead and blow up this wall with the exploding arrow ability, and we will have an opal in here and an ingot chest. And it will be these supply carts that we need to explode for that mission, and we're just going to take care of those at the same time. Next up, we will have another set of prisoners, and then we can slip through the wall, and if we go down in the water, we can dive, and that way we will have a chest once we come up, and I'm going to do that now. And in this chest, which is a equipment chest, we are going to get a new shield, and there is some other loot right to the right of us, so make sure you pick that up. Next up for our last chest, it is going to be right over here, and we are just going to break this little patch of rock, and we will have another ingot chest. So right after this, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the supply carts destroyed, and right after, we are ready to close out this mission.
shake Rodri to his senses.
Chimfaru.
There we are. The quarry and Wenlocan, both done. That should shake Rodri to his senses.
Now that we have made our way out of this area, we have now completed the supply line. In this entry, we have now completed War Weary, we have completed Ransacking, and now we have just completed the supply line. Now we are ready to pick up the Bloody Path to Peace in the next entry. And that is going to wrap up entry 19. As always, I hope this walkthrough guide has been super helpful. If it has been, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to drop a comment down below, or you can hit me up personally on my Instagram. The link is in the description box, and I will see you guys next time. Goldhat signing off.